Okay, this brings us to the final part of the writing routine, the 5-step routine that I told you, which is basically the most important part of the routine. I have told this a couple of times in this video and a million times during my teaching career. Checking your work is the most important part. If you don't check your work, your writing is doomed to fail. So step 5 is checking your work. Now, what happens during checking? So checking should not take a lot of time during the test. Remember, as I told you here, in this like 5:35 that I spend, you can do the same for part 1 as well, for example. You can follow the same routine. But the thing is that when you're done, it's time for you to check your work. Read it again and check a few things. We're going to talk about it, but remember, this is very, very important. If you're not checking your work, forget about writing part in the IELTS exam. You are doomed to fail. You're going to end up with a 6, 6.5. You're not going to get anything higher than that. If you're planning to get anything higher than that or a good score for your level, always check your work. It should take you 3 to 5 minutes in the real test, but when you're practicing, of course, you can spend more time. Consider that, record that, and then try to do it faster and faster and faster as you go ahead. Now, let's talk about what happens in checking. I'm going to bring this all here so we can stay focused. There are a few things that you need to do when you're checking your work. I'm going to use these arrows to highlight the most important points. The first thing that you need to check, which is very important, of course, is spelling. There's no grammar check in the exam. Even if you do it on a computer, there's no grammar check. So you have to check your spelling yourself. Spelling mistakes are not the end of the world. If you have a few, like 2, 3 of them, that's fine. They're not gonna, as long as it doesn't affect communication, the reader can understand what you're writing. But if you keep having spelling mistakes again and again and again, every sentence, every other sentence, there is a spelling mistake. That means you have little control over your writing and you're going to lose mark for that. So check spelling, make sure that everything is spelled correctly and you have used the punctuation marks. You have used, for example, the capital letters at the beginning of each sentence. If there is a proper noun, like a name of a place or something, make sure that it has capital letters and all those standard mechanics of English language. So make sure you follow them. Next thing you need to check, especially now that you're practicing, is number of words. Number of words is a very tricky subject. So it says here, for example, 250 in part 1 is 150, but these are minimums, remember. If you want to get a good score, if you want to show your skills to the examiner, you have to write more. On the other hand, you need to make sure that you do not overwrite, okay? Because especially when you're practicing, overwriting can also be a problem. So, for example, I ask my student to write me an essay, and then they come back with an essay which is 350 words. Listen, there is no maximum for writing in IELTS for the number of words, but if you write too much, you're going to lose a lot of valuable time that you could have otherwise spent on the quality of your writing. So try to stay within like 20, 30 words more than the minimum in each part. Should be enough and should help you get the best score. As always, remember, the quality of your writing is more important than the quantity of your writing. Okay, so check the number of words. If there is a problem as you're practicing, if it's too much or too little, try to balance it out and move on. The next thing we check is the actual question. Part 1, part 2 doesn't really matter. One of the things that examiners care most about is the question. Have you covered everything in the question? Have you addressed all the points, all those, for example, details that you were asked? Have you provided examples and reasons? So read your work again and check whether you have covered everything. For instance, if you haven't added an example, please do. If you haven't provided some extra information, some development for your ideas, please do. If your personal opinion is missing, for example, in an essay, add it, all right? So make sure that you have covered everything from the question. This is very important for examiners. Again, if you have followed this 5-step routine from 1, 2, 3, 4, all of those pre-writing steps 1, 2, and 3, if you have followed them effectively, you really shouldn't worry about the question, because that's the point of this plan. We try to make sure we cover everything from the beginning, from the get-go. But again, it's always worth checking, especially when you are practicing and preparing. So remember that this 5-step routine is a preparation routine. I'm trying to make sure that whatever you produce, the writing that you produce, has the highest possible quality within your capabilities. And finally, what we check is repetition. What do I mean by repetition? Repetition can be related to words. For example, you use the word people, school, or something too many times, and this can really affect your score. We don't want that. Or you repeated, for example, a special kind of linking word or a special kind of grammar many times in the writing. Repetition is a problem. It shows that you do not have adequate knowledge, and it's very important for you to avoid that. So when you're preparing, check your work. If you see any repetition, try to eliminate that. In the future, I'm gonna make a few videos where I do a writing myself actually, and I show you how all of these 5 steps are done. So stay tuned. I'm gonna add that video soon. There's a very interesting quick website where you can quickly check the repetitions, and I'm going to show you how to check and how to kind of understand quickly whether a word has been repeated many times or not. So let's try something. So the name of the website is Repetition Detector or Repetition Checker. I'm going to put the link in the description. You can use this website to quickly check how many times, for example, you have repeated a word which is going to be a problem. So I'm going to show that to you here. Okay, I'm going to copy paste a writing from one of my students. All right, and I'm going to click process. As you see, it shows me the number of words that are repeated. Those words that are, for example, in kind of an orange color, it means that they've been repeated more than enough. But let me tell you how to analyze this. Remember, there are no standards for repetition of words. Some words are more common, some words are keywords, okay. Some words are not, so they're less common, so repeating them can be more noticeable than, for example, a word like people or school. In any case, look, if you have repeated a word more than 4 times, this is a problem, all right, in any piece of writing. If you have repeated a word more than 4 times, all right, remember the number 4, all right? So when I look at this, I see that these words are repeated more than 4 times. And I take a closer look. Okay, words like from is a preposition, so we can't do much about it. Prepositions, pronouns, there's not really much you can do about them. It's fine. Because has been repeated 5 times. So if this person was an apt writer, they would have known how to kind of use alternatives to avoid repeating the word because. Things like due to, thanks to, you know, all those expressions that are possible. And then we have the word food, which is probably the key word, but again, it's repeated 6 times, so it's noticeable. And try to use other words. Look, words like provisions, I don't know, grocery, edible stuff, I don't know, anything that has the same meaning, because based on the context of your sentence, of course. And then try to limit that to 4 times. So if you bring your writing here, check it, click process. If you have used a word more than 4 times, try to reduce that, read that sentence and try to find a very nice and suitable alternative, and check again, make sure that you do not have any words that are repeated more than 4 times. Remember, these are tiny details, but they matter a lot. They help the quality of your writing